Hello, darlings. You are welcome to my channel, Zista Africa. Okay, today I'm bringing to you this interesting and intriguing series. How do I say this? Guys, let's get to the video.
Radhika Mitra had always dreamed of a love story like the one she read about in books. Beautiful, pure, and full of promises. She was engaged to Kaushik Basu, the man she believed would be by her side forever. Their wedding was just days away, and Radhika couldn't have been happier. But then, he disappeared. The night before their wedding, Kaushik vanished without a trace. No goodbye, no explanation. Radhika was left heartbroken and humiliated at the altar, her world crashing down around her. She couldn't understand why he'd left her, why he'd chosen this betrayal over the life they had planned together. Shattered, but not broken, Radhika moved forward. She left her hometown, found work at a fashion house in Kolkata, and began to rebuild the pieces of her life. It was here that she met Karna Sen, the CEO of the company, a man whose heart had been scarred by his own past. Karna was guarded, distant, and didn't show much interest in others, especially not in someone as open-hearted as Radhika. But fate has a way of pushing people together. At first, their relationship was professional, respectful but cold. Karna was still nursing his wounds from a past relationship with Janvi Datta, a woman who had left him broken. Meanwhile, Radhika, still carrying the weight of Kaushik's betrayal, kept a wall around her own heart. But over time, as they spent more time together, their bond deepened into something unexpected. Karna began to rely on Radhika. She was the one who listened without judgment, the one who showed him what it meant to be loved again. And Radhika, though scared to trust, found herself drawn to Karna's quiet strength, his vulnerability hidden beneath his tough exterior. She saw in him the same kind of brokenness she felt, and yet, he never gave up. Neither did she. But their happiness was short-lived. Jahnavi, the woman from Karna's past, resurfaced, accusing him of a crime he didn't commit. She manipulated their world, sowing chaos and doubt. The scandal rocked Karna's reputation and tested Radhika's loyalty. Despite the pain, Radhika stood by him, fighting for his innocence. She proved his truth in court, but not without consequences. The whole experience left a scar on their relationship, and Karna, unable to cope with the guilt, pushed Radhika away in one cruel moment of anger, slapping her during a heated argument. That was the breaking point. Radhika left. She packed her bags and fled to Darjeeling, away from the man she had once loved. There, she found solace in a new life, adopting a child, Abhi, and starting her own design studio. She no longer had room for the past. She focused on building a future for herself and her new son. 5 years passed. Radhika had moved on, or so she thought. But fate, once again, had other plans. Karna, now a successful businessman, unknowingly hired Radhika as his head designer. Their paths crossed once more, and the chemistry between them was undeniable. But they were no longer the same people. Radhika had built walls around her heart, walls she wasn't sure she could tear down again. Karna, too, had grown. He had learned from his mistakes, matured in ways he hadn't expected. They were different, yet the love that once existed between them never truly disappeared. They tried to stay away from each other. But love, real love, doesn't follow rules. As the tension between them grew, so did the threats from Kali, Abhi's biological father, who had resurfaced with dangerous intentions. His obsession with Abhi and his threats against Radhika and Karna became all too real. In a desperate attempt to tear them apart, Kali planted a bomb that injured Radhika. The blast left them shaken, but not broken. Together, Radhika and Karna fought back. They exposed Kali for the criminal he was and ensured he faced justice. Their love, tested by fire and lies, came out stronger than ever. And in the end, Radhika and Karna found peace, not just for themselves, but for their family. Radhika gave birth to a baby girl, a symbol of new beginnings. The wounds of the past finally began to heal. Radhika's journey was one of heartbreak, but also of incredible strength. She learned that love isn't perfect. It's messy, flawed, and complicated. But it's also resilient. It doesn't always look the way you expect it to. But when it's real, it's worth fighting for. Radhika and Karna's love story proved that sometimes, the hardest things are the ones worth the most. The things we fight for, the love we dare to hold on to. And for Radhika, the girl who once had her heart shattered, love found its way back, stronger and truer than ever.